Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the channel. It's Game Watch Live, Friday night football, and a cracking game too. If ever was such a thing as a six-pointer in a football game, this is certainly it. And there's two this weekend as well. And there's this game that we're watching along with tonight, Leeds against Forest, but there's also West Ham and Burnley tomorrow as well. That's another six-pointer. So it's a big weekend down at the relegation zone. And these two teams are in the thick of it. Although, at the moment, if we take a look at the league positions for these two teams, I just bring that up. I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a good day today. I mean, let's face it, it's been a miserable day. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. But we're looking forward to the football. And that's the main thing now. We'll concentrate on that. It's rained all day. It really has been a miserable. I don't know what it's like at Ellen Road, whether it's stopped or not now, but we'll see when the coverage comes on. They're doing the interviews with the managers at the moment. Take a look at the tables. Leeds and Forest are locked on 26 points and minus 11 as well. Leeds had a bit of an advantage with that goal difference until they got that pump in against Arsenal last weekend. And now they've drawn themselves level with Forest. That goal difference not keeping them above, probably just alphabetical order. They're both 6 points above the relegation zone. West Ham occupying that last position in 20 points. Whoever wins this one, if there's a winner, will go 9 points above the relegation zone. That's a huge gap. And will draw Tottenham and Crystal Palace into the reckoning as well. Although you would think they've got a bit more about them to really get drawn into it. But you never know. Forest and Palace and Spurs are in freefall at the moment. Although Spurs had a good draw against Man City. So, teams have been announced. Let's take a look at those now. Starting off with Leeds, Daniel Farke's gone for the usual 3-5-2. Darlow keeps his place in goal, and after his performance against Arsenal last week, we're expecting big things from him. He's got to be more commanding in his box than he was last week, and he's got to talk to his defenders as well. There's a lack of communication in that back four between Darlow, Rodon, and Strauch, and they've got to start communicating if they're going to keep goals out of the Leeds net. So it's Darlow in goal. Back three of Justin, Rodon, and Strauch. Biol is back in the team. He's on the bench, but Daniel's kept faith with that back four. Justin didn't have a bad game if all's said and done. Rodon had a stinker. He's got the chance to put things right. The five further forward, the wing backs will be Bogle and Goodmanson, and the three in midfield will be Gruev, Ampadu, and Aronson. And up front, it will be Okafor and Calvert-Lewin. Okafor's got to produce today. I can't say that any of us have been really that impressed with him since his transfer to Leeds, and today would be the ideal day to start producing something. Hopefully, Aronson didn't have the best of games against Arsenal last week, and that was because he was more concentrating on the defensive side of the game because Arsenal just pushed him back and he just didn't get up there to be able to support Calvert-Lewin. I expect him to have a bit more space and a bit more time to get up and support Calvert-Lewin, and we need that. We can't leave Calvert-Lewin isolated or we will not get many goals today, and goals are what we need. So it's a 3-5-2 for Leeds. For Forest, Sean Dyche has gone for a 4-2-3-1. So his new signing goalkeeper from Man City, Ortega, is in goal. Aina will be at right back. Milenkovic and Abbott, making his debut, will be the two centre halves, and Morata will play at left back. Sangari and Anderson in midfield. Hudson-Odoi, Gibbs-White, and Dominguez will look to get up and in support of Igor Jesus up front. I think if Leeds have got to win this game today, they've got to keep an eye on Gibbs-White to let him get away in that game at the City ground. And what happened there was that he took the game away from us. So that's the two sides. We are 11 minutes or so away from kick-off. If you've got any suggestions, comments, or anything else that you'd like to say, the live chat is now open for you to get your thoughts in. And even if you've not got any thoughts on the teams as it is, how about a score prediction? I will give a score prediction, but I'll have a think about it for a few minutes now. We'll just look at the substitutes on the Leeds bench because there's a couple of interesting things that we can look at there. Beal is back. Obviously not fit enough to start the game after being injured. But he's on the substitutes bench. And Bono, I'm surprised he's not starting again today. He should have started against Man City, but he didn't. And he's back on the bench again. Lucas Perry is the goalkeeper. Nonto and Dan James is back. That's good to see again. Obviously not fit to start the game, but he could come on as an impact substitute late on in the game. Sean Longstaff, Nemecha is back as well. Obviously, again, he can't be fit enough to play the full game, but let's hope that if Daniel Farker has to make any substitutions, he doesn't leave it while the last 6 or 7 minutes. He's got to bring the subs on a bit earlier. He's got to be proactive rather than reactive and give the substitutes a chance to be able to settle into the game to make a difference to the game. Give them time. And he hasn't, certainly not last weekend. Nemecha, if he gets on, could be a good foil for Calvert-Lewin because I've been surprised at Nemecha. He has got pace for a big guy and he is a threat up there. So give him the chance to get up there and get some goals by giving him time. That's my thoughts. Don't know what you think. Let me know what you think. The live chat is open. It's the only game that's on today, but if we take a look at the games that are on tomorrow, there's some huge games. So let's just take a look at those tomorrow. Because the early kick-off, if you want to join me for that, is Manchester United and Tottenham at 12:30. That should be a good game. I'll do a live watch along for that. If you want to join us for that, please do. And then the one that we're all going to keep an eye on will be the 3 o'clock kickoff at Turf Moor between Burnley and West Ham. That's a real 6-pointer. We're getting into the business end of the season now. And 3 points are vital for Leeds today because the next 3 games are Chelsea, Aston Villa and Man City. The likelihood is that we're not going to get much out of those teams. If we get a couple of points out of it, that'll be a good result, I think. So 3 points becomes even more vital. We're talking about 40 points. We're only, if we win today, 11 points away from that. You'd think that Leeds will be able to collect themselves 11 more points before the end of the season. So I can't really stress how high this game really matters for Leeds. Premier League 28 has commented it's a huge game for Leeds, marching on together. Couldn't agree more. Recent results, home results against Forest have been 4 wins and 2 losses. So let's hope that continues today. We're 7 minutes from the kickoff. I'll just put this on for everybody, just to remind you that if you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. We're looking to get up towards 250 subscribers and above. We are progressing nicely, but we can't do it without your help. It doesn't cost anything. We do appreciate your support and your subscriptions. So if you want to do that for us, please do. And hit the like button as well. That always helps with that dreaded YouTube algorithm. And if you want to join us for further watch-alongs, hit the notification bell and you'll be told when we're on the channel next. As far as a score prediction is, I think it's going to be really tight. I think it's going to be awfully tight. And I don't think there's going to be many goals in it. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Leeds, which would be fantastic. Keep an eye on Morgan Gibbs-White. Keep him quiet. I'm sure Daniel Farker knows that. He doesn't need to be told that. He knows that. And if we can keep an eye on him, stop the supply from the number 10 position, it'll go a long way to winning this game. But if you think I'm wrong, let me know what you think. Give me your score prediction. Both teams are just gathering in the tunnel now, so we're not far off a kick-off. 5 minutes away. Leeds are there. Officials are just gathering, and so are Forest. So we're not far off the start now. If you've got any comments that you want to add while the game's going on, I will keep an eye on them, but obviously I'm going to watch the game more than anything. But we will look at comments at half time if you've got anything to say. But if there's anything relevant that you've noticed during the game and it catches my eye, I will mention it. As always, it's a packed crowd at Ellen Road. It's a typical winter's night. It's dark, a little bit misty, but it's not raining by the looks of things. But if they've had the rain there that we've had here in East Yorkshire, that pitch will be slick and good for passing. Teams are just coming out from the tunnel now. We'll just go through the usual preliminaries, handshakes, lining up for the crowd, photographs. Oh, it is raining there. We've got close up to the pitch there and I can see it is still raining, so slide tackles, the ball will skid off the pitch, mistakes will be made. Difficult conditions for a game of football, but this is where relegations are won and lost here. They say it's where leagues are won and lost, but you can lose your Premier League status in games like this on filthy nights like this where you just don't turn up, don't have the heart for a battle, and you lose it, and at the end of the season it costs. Both teams just going through the handshakes with each other. Let's quickly go through the teams again. Leeds have Darlow in goal, Justin, Rodon, Strauch, Bogle, Gruev, Ampadu, Aronson, Goodmanson, Okafor and Calvert-Lewin. And Forest have Ortega in goal, then have Aina, Milenkovic, Abbott, Morata, Sangare, Anderson, Hudson-Odoi, Gibbs-White, Dominguez and Igor Jesus. So that's the two teams. 3 minutes away from kick-off. Nobody's committed themselves to a score prediction. I'm just looking at the graphics on the TV of the two teams. Anderson and Gibbs-White are going to be massive for Forest today, and if we can keep them two quiet, big plus for Leeds that, to keep them two quiet. Stop the supply, stop the goal scoring, win the game. Leeds just gathering in their huddle now. Just wondering who's doing the talking. If I can see Aronson in there, nodding his head. Must be the captain, but I can't really see who's in there. Calvert-Lewin's having a lot to say in there as well. Obviously, he's Experience goes a long way. Strauch is having a bit to say as well. So the whole team know what they've got to do. Forest just going through handshakes. No team huddle bad looks of things. The two managers walking up to each other. Marching on together. Thunders around Ellen Road. Two managers look friendly. Daniel Farker zipping his hood up, but not putting the hood up. He's zipping his coat up against the rain, but they don't tend to put the hoods up anymore. Forest all in red with white trim to their kit, and Leeds all in white with blue trim. So it's the usual strips for the two teams. They're both in huddles now, again. Leeds break first. Looks like Leeds are going to be kicking from right to left as we look at the game. It looks like Leeds are going to kick off as well. Screw who's going to play the ball back all the way to Darlow when the referee blows the whistle. And away we go. Darlow has the ball. Then Leeds push right up. Darlow eventually goes long and to the left, brought down by Okafor. He can attack down the left-hand side, and he has done. Cuts back in, chips one into the box, hits the defender. Defender plays it down the line, looking for the run of Igor Jesus, but Strout got there and laid it all the way back to Darlow. Gruev. Gruev gives it back to Rodon. Rodon goes out to Justin. Justin gives it back to Rodon. It goes to Strauch. Then across to Justin again. Forrester squeezing up, but it gets down the line to Bogle. Bogle plays the ball inside to Calvert-Lewin. He tries to flick it on first time, but Aronson does pick the ball up, even though it didn't get to him. Ampadu now gets the ball back from Bogle. Goes back to the halfway line. James Justin gives it to Rodon. It comes across to the left-hand side now to Strauch. He goes back to the right, just short of the halfway line. Rodon plays the ball to the right. Bogle gives it back to Justin. Justin plays it inside to Ampadu. Ampadu turns, comes across to his left, gets it to Gruev, who's got space to give it out to Okafor. Goodmanson, who's hugging the touchline. Okafor's just inside him. Guzman's going to go down the line. He gets his cross in, but it's cleared away high into the air. Morgan Gibbs-White brings it down, but Strout gets in front of him. That was Igor Jesus, in fact. Brought it down. Strout got in front of him, laid the ball back to Carl Darlow. James Justin gives it to Rodon. Back to Strauch on the left. Over the halfway line. Cuts inside. Gives it back to Gruev. Gruev gives it to Goodmanson on the left-hand side again. He's looking to go around Dominguez. Gets to the byline. Cuts it back. Aronson tries a back flick that hits the number 4, Morata, at the near post and goes out for a corner. It was behind him and he got a back flick on it. First corner to Leeds. James Justin's going to take it from the left-hand side. Right-footed in-swinger. Quality delivery would be nice this early in the game for Leeds. Here it comes now. Deep onto the back post. Rodon heads it back. I think it was cleared away by the defenders, but they had plenty of time. Rodon headed the ball down and it didn't fall anywhere near a Leeds player, and no one really pressed the ball on the 6-yard box, which you thought they would have done, but Bogle has it now on the halfway line. Rodon being forced back, gives it to Strauch. Strauch's going to go all the way back to Darlow. Forrest were pushing up then. Strauch across to Rodon. Rodon gives it to James Justin. James Justin checks it down the line. Calvert-Lewin, I think he tried to flick it, but it hit his other foot. But Leeds still have the ball now. Bogle gives it back to Rodon. Rodon moves to his left and gives it to Strauch. Played inside. Ampadu gets out to the left-hand side now to Gudmundsson. Okafor's there, but he's covered and he has to go back to Gruev. Gruev moving across to the centre circle. Strauch has it again now. Gruev has it. Gives it to Gudmundsson. Dominguez forces him back. Ampadu now chips the ball forward, looking for the run of Calvert-Lewin. He can bring it down, can Calvert-Lewin? Lays it back to Gudmundsson. Anderson, but he's gone past him. He's got his cross into the box. It's deflected high in the air by Abbott and almost went into the net over the back post. It just went over the bar. That's well done. Gudmundsson went past Anderson easily there. And Abbott got his right foot to it and just looked from behind and it's just gone over. It's inches over the bar. And the goalkeeper wasn't there. He was going for the ball across the goal and it went the opposite way. Corner to Leeds from the right-hand side now, left-footed in-swinger. And it comes now, headed away. And that was maybe Abbott. It's been flicked back, but headed even further away by Anderson. Jesus now, backheels it back. Ampadu's in there. On the corner, the throw goes to Leeds. Bogle's going to take it just on the halfway line over on the far side, the right side. Strauch has it now, just short of the halfway line. He's got Dominguez in front of him, gives it to Gruev, who goes down the line to Gudmundsson. Gudmundsson plays it inside to Okafor. Okafor comes across and sprays it right to the right-hand side to Bogle now. He's got a bit of space. Can he get his crossing onto his right foot? It's a deep one. It's over the top of everybody. Can Gudmundsson keep it in? He can do, just short of the goal line. Gives it to Gruev. Gruev goes back to Ampadu. Ampadu gets it back to Gudmundsson. Okafor does a 1-2 with him, gets the ball back. Tries to go around his man. Wins the corner. Yeah, I wasn't convinced that it was. Okafor thought it was, but looks like it went off. Einer, I think that is the full back that side. Leeds having all the ball early on in this game. Ortega, goal kick. Gets to Strauch, hits it forward, it's headed back. Ampadu. Anderson battling through the middle, got a bit of a space to go in the inside right position. So Morgan Gibbs White, edge of the box, he puts a cross in, but it's ahead of everybody. Didn't give his forwards chance to catch up with him. And it goes out at the far side and a throw to Leeds. But danger signs there when Anderson and Gibbs White connect. Like I said at the beginning of the game, keep those two quiet, you'll stop Forest. Ball's chipped forward by Morata. Justin heads the ball back. That's Einer, who's high up there. Aronson wins the ball, is dragged down by Sangare and gets the free kick. Arm on the shoulder and pulled him down. Free kick to Leeds. Taken quickly. Rodon gives it back to Justin. Over on the right-hand side, just on the halfway line now. Puts his foot on it and then plays it back to Rodon. He gets it across to the left-hand side to Strauch. He gives it to Gudmundsson. Gudmundsson comes back inside and then lays it back to Gruev. Just short of the halfway line in the centre circle. Gives it to Rodon. Rodon gives it back to Gruev. Gruev gets it into Okafor skips past Dominguez, puts his cross in. He does. It goes past everybody and it's cleared away before Bogle can get there at the back post. It's a great cross by Okafor there. He went past Dominguez as if he wasn't standing. That's a great cross. I think that was Aina at the back post, cleared it before Bogle could put it in. It's a corner. In it comes now, headed away, but it's going to be picked up by the corner taker. There's it back to Bogle. Bogle gets out to Goodmanson. Does well, Goodmanson. Tried to play a ball inside, having stretched for the ball. Dominguez has the ball on the halfway line now. Gets it to Morgan Gibbs-White. Hudson dies with him. Gets it onto his right foot and hits one straight at Darlow at his near post. Well collected. Give him a bit of confidence, Darlow. Dominguez has been rubbish defensively so far, but he did all right there, created that chance. Rodon. Stroke can give it to Ampadu, who's got a bit of space on this left-hand side now. He can come forward, crossing the halfway line. Hanson wants the ball, but he slips and it's picked up by Sangare now in the middle. Jesus gets it out to the left to Aina. He cuts on the Hudson-Odoi. Morgan Gibbs-White's there at the back post. Dominguez, his shot's cleared, but it comes back and it's a great save by Darlow. It came back to Dominguez from the rebound onto his left foot and he tried to curl one into the top right-hand corner and Darlow got a big right hand on that to keep it out and away for a corner, but it's poor defending by Leeds there. All started with Aronson's slip in the midfield that gave Forest a chance to hit on the break, and that's obviously what Forest want to do. They think they can get the Leeds on the break, and Darlow keeps that one out the back of the net. But it's a corner over on the far left-hand side for Forest. Be a right-footed in-swinger. Deep one, right to the back post. Morgan Gibbs-White heads it back in. Aronson's beaten to the ball. Strauch heads it back. Gruev helps it on, but it's going to be picked up by Hudson-Odoi. He spreads out to the left to Anderson. It's well tackled by James Justin, but it's going to be a corner again. Anderson's going to take this one, another right-footed in-swinger. I think Forest have realised that Leeds do leave people at the back post spare, and they're hitting deep ones to the back post, but this time it's over the head of everybody, and Ampadu lets it go over the top of his head now for a goal kick. This time, the same goal kick, same corner as the first one, but Morgan Gibbs-White had tucked inside this time rather than hanging about at the back post. Forest just getting themselves back into this game now. Leeds start playing out from the back. Strout coming forward, across the halfway line, gives it to Goodmanson, but he's going to be forced back by Dominguez and he's giving it away to Gibbs-White. Now Igor Jesus down the inside, left inside right channel. He plays the ball against the feet of Rodon and out for a corner, and that's poor by Leeds again there. It's all their own making, is this. They're giving the ball away on the halfway line. Goodmanson just give it straight to Gibbs-White, and you don't want to do that because he can pick a pass out. Hudson-Odoi tried to nutmeg Rodon there, but Rodon was having none of it. But it's a corner. Anderson's going to take it again, a right-footed away swinger this time. Again, deep one. Headed a, it's a free header there. That was Igor Jesus. He got above everybody there. Luckily, it was straight at Darlow. But they're winning these headers from the corners, and that's not good. That Leeds have got some big guys in that box there, but they're being beaten to the ball. I don't like this. Ampadu. Halfway line is Strauch. He plays it back into Ampadu. Okafor was tucked inside. He gets the ball out. Well, it was aimed for Goodmanson, but it was nowhere near him. But the clearance has gone out just inside the Leeds half. Ball's with Bogle on the halfway line. He goes back to James Justin. He gives it to Rodon. Ilian Guef. And then Strout plays it all the way back to Darlow. Out to James Justin. Bogle, who's tucked inside. Ampadu now. Crossing the halfway line. Tries to get the ball inside, but it's cut out. I think that was Sangari who got in his way there. Coming down the right now. Abbott plays the ball down the line, but it's Jesus can't get there. He slipped. And Gruev wins the ball. Abbott pulls him down and concedes the free kick. Gruev takes it quick, gives it to Rodon. Leeds wanting to get on with the game. Rodon just at the halfway line, goes long for a ball for Calvert-Lewin to chase. Milenkovic. Yes. Difficult one for Calvert-Lewin there to keep it in. It skipped off the turf, the wet turf, and he did his best sliding over the goal line, but just a bit too far. Ortega's going to go along with this one. No short ones for Forest at the moment. Drifting over to the left-hand side. It's headed away by Ampadu, but Anderson picks the ball up. He gets out to the right-hand side now. Abbott gives it back to Anderson. Plays the ball inside. Stummied by Sangare. Challenge goes in, but the ball is picked up by Maratta. He gets it down the left-hand side. Calvert-Lewin. Ball's high in the air. Carl Darlow comes for it, makes a good call and a good catch on his 6-yard box. It was Hudson-Odoi who made the cross, but it was deflected high. Ball thrown out to Goodmanson. He's under pressure from Dominguez. Wasn't the greatest of balls from Darlow. Anderson has the ball now. He's seeing more of it. Okafor takes it off him. Anderson tries to tackle him from behind. No free kick, says the referee. Milenkovic gets it across to Maratta. Hudson-Odoi tries to go inside, but he's crowded out by Aronson and then fouls Aronson, chasing him, and the free kick goes to Leeds. Leeds take it quickly. Goes back inside to Gruev from Okafor. And Pascal Strauch gives it back to Gruev on the left-hand side, just crossing the halfway line now. He's got Goodmanson in support. He tries to play a ball inside for Calvert-Lewin, who touches it and lays it off. Aronson loses the ball, though. Gibbs White now. There's the ball back to Dominguez. Abbott plays it inside to Sangare. Milenkovic goes across to the left-hand side. Aina gives it to Hudson-Odoi. Back to Sangare. Forest seen plenty of the ball now. Abbott plays it into Gibbs White. He cuts inside, being followed by Goodmanson. Sangare chips it into Gibbs White and he heads it back to Milenkovic. Into Sangare. Maratta plays the ball in, but it's picked off by Gibbs White, who gets the ball back off Sangare. Jesus is offside. It's chipped over the head of everybody, but he was 2 yards offside there. Forest dominating possession now at the moment. Leeds can't get hold of it. When they do, they give it straight back to them. Yeah, good 2 yards offside there. Gruev to Rodon. James Justin chips it forward. Calvert-Lewin's beaten to it. And then there's a foul on Morgan Gibbs-White in the centre of the Forest half. Free kick given. Ampadu will give Gibbs White a kick there just to let him know he's around. Ball comes out to the right. Milenkovic plays the ball inside to Anderson. It goes back to Milenkovic. Anderson comes for a return and picks it up. Still in his own half. Tries to play the ball inside to Sangari. It goes back to Milenkovic. Milenkovic goes out to the left to Aina. Aina gives it. Hudson-Odoi gives it back to Anderson. Anderson spreads it out to the right hand side to Abbott now, who's pushed up. He's taken on Goodmanson. His cross is blocked. Out for a throw. Don't know if anyone in the Forest side has got a long throw. Abbott's drying the ball off. Whether he's got a long throw or not, I don't know. They've all backed off, so maybe he has. And it comes now. Headed away by Pascal Strout. Back to Abbott. Anderson on the edge of the box puts a cross into the back post. We got Jesus at the back post. Was again free. And headed it wide this time. Again, it's poor marking from Leeds, you know. It's James Justin who let him get behind him. James Justin, he was between Bogle and Justin. You can't do that. You've got to get goal side. You can't let a man stand in between you. Because people like Gibbs White and whatever will pick them out. You've got to be goal side, not in between. Goodmanson coming forward now on the edge of the box. Lays it into Calvert-Lewin. He looks to give it to Aronson. It's picked off. Sangari goes down. Free kick given. It was a good ball into Calvert-Lewin, but Calvert-Lewin's layoff was wayward, and Forest come away with the ball. The ball goes down the left-hand side. Hudson-Odoi into the box, and then the flag goes up. And after a good start, last 15 minutes, Leeds have had no shots and none on target. Forest have had 5 shots and 3 on target. 9 touches in the Leeds box compared to 1 for Leeds in the Forest box. It just shows how much Forest have dominated the play since the start of the game. Leeds have got to get back into this now. Gruev gives it to Goodmanson. He's under pressure from Abbott. He lays it all the way back to Strauch. Strauch goes back to Darlow. Forest holding a high line here, not allowing the Leeds defenders to take a touch and pick a pass. Okafor goes round his man now. Anderson is left him behind. He's running down the inside left position. Gets out to Goodmanson. And Abbott concedes the corner as Goodmanson tries to go round him, and Leeds have another corner. Just Okafor's pass there. It was too far in front of Goodmanson, and it allowed Abbott to be able to get in and close Goodmanson down. If it had been a bit more of an angle towards the touchline, maybe Goodmanson could have done more with it. It's going to be a corner from this left-hand side now. And it comes, headed away at the near post. Brought down again by James Justin. The cross goes in again to the back post. It's headed in. Oh, it's hit the crossbar and come out. I think that was Calvert-Lewin's header. Oh, and he should have scored, Calvert-Lewin. It was a free header on the 6-yard box in the middle of goal. He got up, he got the power into it, but didn't get the direction. He didn't head it down. And yeah, he's got to head that down. If he'd have headed it down and across the goalkeeper, he wouldn't have seen it. But he's concentrated on power and hit the crossbar. That should have been better. Great chance for Calvert-Lewin there. You would have expected him to put that in the back. Bit of encouragement for the crowd though. They sound like they're going to try and get back in it. A throw there from Aina, but it's so wet it slipped out of his hands. He's going to get to take it again. The crowd are not happy about it, but it slipped. It's just so wet, and he's got a pair of gloves on as well, which doesn't help. In he comes now. He throws it down the line, headed away by James Justin. Okafor, there's a handball cry there by the crowd, but the referee waves it away. Strauch goes down the line near his own. I was about saying near his own corner flag there, but there was an offside decision given. Got away with one there. Looking at that from the second effort, Aina went to throw that and then changed his mind and stopped himself. So it was a foul throw. He got away with one there. Anyway, the free kick's taken. It's laid back to Darlow just inside his box. He plays into Ampadu. Ampadu gets away from Igor Jesus and gives it to Strauch. Strauch lays it into Goodmanson. Dominguez is closer to him this time. He gives it to Okafor. Okafor, a little flick inside. And lays it all the way back to Strauch. Strauch gets it across to the right, where Rodon is. He gives it to Bogle, but Bogle's coming back and has to give it back to Rodon, and Leeds have been forced back. Strauch to Gruev now, coming forward. He's got a bit of space as Gruev now, looking for a long ball for Calvert-Lewin. It's Bogle, is it? And Bogle scores! And Leeds are a goal ahead. And I was so surprised to see Bogle up there. I thought it was Calvert-Lewin, but it was a long ball, left-footed ball by Calvert-Lewin, Gruev down the inside left position, and it was Bogle. Where did he come from? He brought the ball down and then slotted it inside the goalkeeper's left-hand post. And Leeds take the lead. Oh, it's a fantastic run from out to in. No one picked him up, and he just hit the ball left foot first time past Ortega. Beats him at his near post. And he was never offside. He ran from the right-hand side, diagonally across through the middle, and Gruev's ball and his run were perfectly timed. And probably a bit against the run of play, Leeds are in the lead. And the crowd are really up for this now. One thing that Leeds have got to do is take this game by the scruff of the neck now. They've often gone 1-0 ahead and then sat back. This time they've got to go for 2 and 3 if they can. Gruev battling for it. Igor Jesus leaves it back forward. It must have been an offside again, was it, for Hudson Odoi? It's Aina. Bogle gets in there. Slides the ball out for a... I was about to say it slides out for a corner. He was adamant that was a goal kick and the referee agrees with him. You know, before Gruev delivered that ball, Bogle's run was about 40 yards and he ran right through the heart of the Forest defence and nobody picked him up at all. No one went with him. It's a great run and a great finish. Tucked it inside that near post with his left foot. As it came over his left-hand shoulder, that ball. And Humphries is there. Luke Humphries, the darts player, is a big Leeds fan and he's there in the crowd and he's celebrating that one. Ball's with Darlow now. Darlow gives it to Bogle on the right. Goes back to Bogle and back to Darlow. Darlow gives it to Strouk immediately helps it on to Goodmanson. He goes down the middle looking for Calvert-Lewin, but he tucked out towards the right-hand side. Ball's played forward. Calvert-Lewin gets it to Aronson. Sangari's in there, but the ball comes to Bogle. Into the middle to Gruev, gives it to the captain Ampadu. Rodon. Ampadu lays it out to the right side. Bogle got a bit of space, plays it inside to Aronson now. He's got Sangari with him, turns back inside, lays it back to Ampadu. Ampadu gives it to Gruev. Gruev helps it on to Goodmanson now. He's got Okafor out on the outside if he wants to give it to him, and he gives it to him now. Okafor can take Abbott on, comes in on his right foot, puts a cross into the back post. It's headed away. It's going to be picked up by James Justin though. He lays it back inside to Bogle, gets it back from Bogle. He comes inside on his right foot. He plays it inside to Aronson, who turns, looks to give him the ball back, and it comes in, and it's a good shot. And it's crossed again, and Okafor scores, and Leeds are 2-0 ahead. Great attacking play by Leeds. Bogle and James Justin combining well together. The ball was through to James Justin. His first shot was parried by Ortega, but he got the ball across to the 6-yard box where Okafor was stood there, and he swept it into the back of the net. Comes inside, does James Justin, and gets it to Aronson. Aronson gives it back to James Justin. His first shot is parried. His second ball, and it's a good ball because it wasn't a miss-hit shot or anything. He side-footed it across the 6-yard box to Okafor, who was stood there all on his own. Abbott didn't get close to him, and he side-footed it into the back of the net, and Leeds have taken control of this game now. Great awareness by James Justin to side-foot it across the 6-yard box instead of swipe at it after it came back to him from the rebound off the keeper. It's back with Ortega, who lays it long and high. Comes down to Hudson O'Doy. Ball's laid off by Anderson. Sangari is too... Was it Sangari? Yeah, too strong for Aronson, but Bogle's there to help him. Goes out for a throw to Forrest. Marching on together. The crowd are really up for this now. And who can blame them? 2-0 up. Rain's pouring down. But the crowd don't care. Ball's led out to the right to Abbott. Abbott gives it to Dominguez, but he has to go back to turn and come forward. Dominguez has been forced back. It's well done by Gruev, working hard to keep him away. The ball's high forward, looking for a run down the side for Abbott. Challenged by Strouk. Gruev's had the ball taken off him. Then wins the ball back himself. Okafor now makes a good turn, lays the ball into Aronson. Aronson makes a good turn and is brought down by Sangari. Right in the middle of the pitch, halfway inside the Leeds half, and he should have got a yellow card for that. I can't believe the referee's not deciding to give him one, because Aronson was away. In fact, it was Anderson who slid in and brought him down, with Aina around him. Strouk has it now, gives it to Gruev. Gruev gives it back to Strouk. These have got to be solid for the next 10 minutes now. Rodon. So James Justin gives it back to Rodon. Strouk to Gruev on this left-hand side, who's got a bit of space again. Can come forward, gives it across to the right to Rodon. He gives it to Bogle. Bogle comes inside, gives it back to Rodon. Rodon back to Strouk. Gruev. Bit of a poor ball to Strouk. Goes to Rodon. Ball down the right for Calvert-Lewin to chase. Ball's laid inside to Milenkovic. Anderson now striding forward down the left-hand side. Lays it inside to Igor Jesus, who gives it to Hudson-Odoi now. He has to cut back. He's been held off by Justin. Gives it back to Anderson. Moving infield. Gives it to Sangari. He goes out to Abbott on the right-hand side. Abbott tries to go around Okafor. Gets his foot in there. But Abbott is in there again. And Okafor is battling hard for that ball. And eventually he's fouled by Abbott. That's great work by Okafor there. The crowd really appreciated that. Not known for his defensive work, but he was there. The free kick's going to be left for Darlow to take. Hello, boy. Hello. You've been outside. You're a bit wet. Huh? Ball is high in the air. Abbott makes the ball. Dominguez picks it up. He tries to lay it down the line, but it goes out for a throw to Forrest. It must have taken a deflection. Well, Goodmanson didn't think it did. He thought it was a Leeds throw, and so did I. But it's been given to Forrest. Dan James sat there on the bench, well wrapped up. Might see him in the second half as Rodon wins the ball. Hudson-Odoi comes away with it, but Aronson gets in there, wins the ball first time. It's picked up by Anderson, the loose ball. Aronson forcing him back. Morata has to go back. In fact, he goes all the way back to Ortega. Ortega goes long and left. It's headed inside by Aina. And out for a throw. Throw to Forrest. Leeds have picked up the pace there and not giving Forrest any room where they were midway through this first half. But that lift from the two goals has really got Leeds buzzing now. Ball thrown down the line. James Justin puts the ball out. Another throw. Given to Anderson. He turns back inside. He's going to go to the halfway line. It's Milenkovic. Out to Abbott. Tucks it inside to Dominguez. Gives it to Sangari. And to Anderson in the centre circle. Lays it out to the left. Gibbs White now. Back to Anderson. Aina gives it to Hudson-Odoi. He's going to take Bogle on. Bogle's in there with his foot. Stops the cross. Concedes the corner. Eight minutes to half time. Leeds need to defend these corners better. We're taken by Anderson. Just been told to hold on while the ball's cleared off the pitch, but the corner comes in now. Headed away by Strauch, a good powerful header as well. Picked up by Aina. He gets out to Hudson-Odoi. Anderson puts his cross back in again. It's headed away at the near post by Aronson. Headed back in, high into the air. Headed away by Ampadu. And Goodmanson breaks on. Aronson, even though Goodmanson was brought down, but Aronson's going to wait for support to come. Comes from Ampadu. Okafor gives it back to Gruev. Gruev settles it down, gives it to Strauch across to Rodon over the far side now. It's James Justin. Gives it back to Rodon. Strauch. He's going to go along down the line. Looking for Calvert-Lewin. He gets up there early, does Calvert-Lewin, but as Milenkovic just leans into him and Justin builds to knock him off balance and it goes over his head. Anderson now plays the ball inside to Gibbs White, who's found a bit of space. Out to Odoi. He cuts inside. Bogle forces him wide. He has to go to Sangari. It's quickly out to Abbott on this right-hand side, inside to Dominguez. Back to Anderson, quickly crossed to Hudson-Odoi, but it's headed away by Bogle, and Aronson brings the ball down, but it's taken off him by Anderson. He plays the ball inside to Gibbs-White, who tries to turn and find some space. Sangari has a shot that's blocked, a second shot that's blocked again. It's not going to go out for a corner though. Abbott keeps it in. He gets a cross in at the near post. It's cleared away. And then headed out by Goodmanson. But it's in Abbott long throw territory. It's level with the 18-yard box over on the near side, the right-hand side for Forest. And Abbott's going to take this. He's going to get the ball clean first. Going to come in high. Headed away. Anderson gets it away. Aina spreads it to the right. Brought down by Anderson on the halfway line. He'll come inside the right-hand side. Moving out to the right. Gibbs-White in support. Okafor closes him down. Still has the ball. Out to Abbott on the right-hand side. He puts a cross in. It's a good one. It's all the way over to the back. It's not gone out though. Hudson-Odoi keeps it in. Puts his cross in. It's over the top of everybody. Who's the only one there was Milenkovic, who'd stayed up for that cross. It's a good cross by Abbott there. No one attacking the back post. Strauch has the ball now. He's given it away to Dominguez deep in the Leeds half. Anderson central moving forward, but his ball to Igor Jesus was a poor one. It's picked up by Leeds. Comes out to, that was it Okafor who tucked in there. Leeds had the ball forward. Aronson can't make it, but he wins the ball as it comes down. Ampadu gives it to Strauch. Strauch gives it to Rodon. Played inside to Ampadu. He's got a bit of space. He lays it into Aronson, and he's brought down, is he? The referee says no. Crowd not happy about that, but it's out now to Dominguez. On the right-hand side is Abbott overlapping. He gets the ball now. He has to lay it back to Dominguez, though. Sangari gets it, gives it back to Dominguez. In the middle is Anderson again. Looks for a ball in the middle to Gibbs-White, who can turn and run at the Leeds defence. He has a shot from long way out. It's blocked by Gruev. Dominguez gives it to Abbott. Gets it back to Gibbs-White. Just outside the Leeds box. He's been given the space to get a crossing, and he does do, but it's too close to Darlow, and Darlow makes a comfortable catch. Ampadu under pressure. Crowd warned him though. James Justin lays it into Bogle. Bogle comes inside and gives it to Ampadu, gives it back to James Justin. Ampadu has it in his own box now, over on the far side, the right-hand side for Leeds, but he spreads it to the left to Strauch, and Strauch gives it back to Darlow. Into the last 2.5 minutes. Rodon coming forward, thinks better of it and gives it back to Darlow. Strauch comes short for it. Darlow gives it back to Rodon. Rodon goes long, looking down the line for the run of Bogle. They can't pick that up. Ball's played inside. Slipped to Ampadu. Quite well, Sangari. Spreads it out to the right to Abbott. Abbott plays it back inside for Dominguez. Dominguez has to go back to Milenkovic. Milenkovic then gives it to Morata. Gibbs-White's closed down quickly, but the rebound comes to Anderson, gives it back to Gibbs-White. He comes through now, through the middle, but he's let it get too far in front of him. But then it was a poor tackle, left him with a chance to hit one. And the shot was deflected, and Darlow was diving to his left and managed to spoon the ball away as it went a bit straighter than Darlow was expecting. Palmed it away for a corner. It's one that you'd expect him. The deflection didn't take it as far away from Darlow's dive as I thought. But when Gibbs White made that first run through the middle there, he let the ball run about 3 or 4 yards in front of him, and someone should just put the foot through it, but they tried to do a fancy tap away from him, and he picked the ball up again. Anderson puts his cross into the back post. It's over the top of everybody, and Aronson can come away down the right-hand side now. He's got not support with him. He's waiting for it to come now. He can come through the middle because they've all split up. He gives it back to Rodon. Rodon's telling Bogle to go down the line to James Justin. He plays it inside to Aronson. Aronson gives it to Rodon. Minute to be added on in this first half. Bogle goes back to Rodon. Rodon gives it to the left to Strauch. Ampadu. First time pass to Rodon, who controls it and takes his time. Strauch gives it to Goodmanson. Goodmanson down the line to Okafor, waiting for the tackle from Abbott, but he wins the throw off Dominguez. Well into this last minute, Leeds just need to go down the line. Okafor knocks it on. Sangari volleys the ball forward, and Strauch has to chase back and lay it all the way back to Darlow. Darlow goes long down the middle. Milinkovic wins the header. Okafor gets the second ball. Gruev slides in there, is beaten to it by Dominguez, and then it's well played by Goodmanson. He gets his foot in and stops Dominguez getting away. Throw to Forrest. Last 10 seconds. Abbott goes down the line. Strauch wins the header. Aronson goes down. Foul given. In fact, it's half time. And a very satisfactory half for Leeds. Bogle scores the first. Okafor scores the second. And at half time, Leeds are 2-0 ahead. So the live chat is open, guys. If you want to get a comment in, thoughts on that first half. Leeds started the half off really well and dominated the first 10 minutes, and then Forrest got back into it. And for 15 minutes, there was a lot of pressure on Leeds. And then, well, it was that goal from Jaden Bogle. What a run from right to left, right through the centre of the Nottingham Forest defence. No one picked him up, and Gruev put a fantastic ball right onto his left foot, and he hit it as it came over his left-hand shoulder first time past Ortega into the back of the net. And the second goal, the one scored by Okafor, was great interplay between James Justin and Bogle and Aronson over on the far side. The ball was played through by Aronson for James Justin. His shot at the near post was parried by Ortega, but the ball came back to James Justin, and he showed a lot of intelligence and calmness to just side foot the ball across the 6-yard box where Okafor was stood right in the middle of goal, and side-footed it into the back of the net. And a very satisfactory first half. So what do you think? Let us know. It just couldn't have gone any better, could it? And Leeds have got to keep that pressure on. I'm always a bit worried about Leeds in the second half, like they did against Everton. They dominated the first half and then sat back with a 1-0 lead. Now they've got a 2-0 lead. They've got to go for the jugular, get the third and the fourth if they need to. Put these teams to bed so that they've got no chance of coming back. Don't give Forest any encouragement by sitting back, giving them the ball, and allowing them to get back into the game. There's too much at stake to allow them to do that. And if Daniel Farker does that and Leeds draw or lose this, then all the criticism will be thoroughly deserved. But it's gone so well so far. I mean, I couldn't be happy with things. As a Leeds fan, it's going so well. If you're enjoying it so far, you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button and the like if you've enjoyed it so far. It just helps our channel grow. We are growing slowly but surely. It takes time, but we can't do it without your help. And it doesn't cost anything. We aren't asking for anything, just a subscribe. But if you want to join us for the game tomorrow as well, the 12:30 kickoff, it's the Man United and it's Spurs game. Should be a good one at 12:30. You can join us for that. Hit the notification bell so you'll be told when the channel is live. I'm not tempted to look at the Premier League scores yet because it's only halfway and I don't want to tempt fate. Just look at there is one more. I think there's a championship game there. Let's just have a quick look, see how that's going at half time, just to keep us Bow draw at half time. Charlton 0, Queen's Park Rangers 0. That's the only other game that's going ahead at the moment. Dare we look at the table? Dare we look at the table? Leeds just helping their own goal difference there by scoring a couple of goals in that first half. If they get a couple more and pull those 4 goals back that they lost against Arsenal last week, it puts them in a better position. Although they won't go above Crystal Palace or Tottenham today, they're certainly putting them under pressure on the same points as them. They're dragging Tottenham and Crystal Palace into the relegation factor, although West Ham will be 9 points behind Leeds, Crystal Palace and Tottenham if things stay as they are. Leeds will open 3 points above Nottingham Forest, and they'll need them with the 3 difficult games they've got to go so far in the next couple of weeks or so. Just looking at that goal again, Jayden Bogle started the move off over on the far left-hand side in his own half and then made a run from that position diagonally across from the right-hand side in his own half through the centre of the defence, and when the ball was delivered he was about a yard onside. It's a great ball by Gruev. It comes right down the middle over Jayden Bogle's left shoulder. It takes one bounce and then Bogle one bounce and then he left foots it past Ortega and into the bottom corner. Great ball by Gruev, great vision, great run by Bogle and great finish. That's all you can say about that. He kept his composure there, kept the ball down, found the bottom corner. No doubt we'll be looking at the second goal as well. Here it comes now. Bogle gives it to James Justin. He leaves the ball inside to Aronson, goes for the return. His shot is blocked by Ortega at near post, but he has the wherewithal to side foot it across the 6-yard box to Okafor. Just see that ball again. It's a great ball. He cuts inside, lays it to the edge of the box where Aronson is. He plays a little ball inside this Aronson. It's a great vision by Aronson as well. And then Okafor, still on the 6 yards, 7 yards out, just sweeps it into the bottom corner. Poor marking by the Nottingham Forest defence. I think it was Abbott there who's showing a bit of inexperience there by not getting close to his man. And it was an easy finish for him. And good evening, Hull and East Yorkshire. How are you doing? All right? Great first half. We couldn't have expected it to go any better than that, could we? Really happy with that, what's gone on so far. I'm just saying though that we don't want Leeds to do what they do usually in the second half and sit on it and think they can ride it out in the second half, because Gibbs, White, and Anderson can tear you apart in a couple of minutes. We've got to go for the third and the fourth and really put this game to bed, because we've got 3 difficult games in the next couple of weeks, so we desperately need these points. Hope you're doing well. We're not far off, maybe 5 minutes away from the second half starting again. If anybody's got thoughts on the second half, I think when it gets to about halfway inside the second half, when people like Aronson might start flagging a bit, or maybe Gruev, then Farker's got to be proactive and don't leave it to the last 8 minutes when it's 2-1 and we're under pressure to do anything about it. You know, get Metcher up there in support of Calvert-Lewin. Get Longstaff on for his defensive work. You know, don't leave it too late. If people look like they're flagging a bit, if Okafor is, then get Willie Nonto on, or Dan James. I don't think there's no Buonanotte in the squad today. I don't know why. Leeds are entertaining to watch, and a game where players are not on the floor every 2 minutes with fouls and are trying to cheat the referee. Yeah, you've got to say that it's not been like that for both teams. They know what's at stake and they can't afford to throw themselves around. They're going for it at both these teams, but Leeds have just been the better side. There's no doubt about that. If they can get that third goal early in the second half, I can relax and enjoy the rest of the game. I'm sure all Leeds fans feel the same. Just remind everybody watching, if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button, help the channel out, help us grow. He came to see me, but he was all wet. Weren't you, boy? Yeah. Are you alright? You dry now? Are you dry now, boy? You good boy? Got the dog under the chair. He's come to join in the half-time chat with us. Can't be far off a restart. Still are no advertisements. You going back to your mum? You going back to your mum? Bye bye. Bye bye. Are you coming back to me now? Bye bye. Anyone in the chat can just drop us a quick message. How's the coverage? Is the camera right? Is the sound all right? I keep getting messages on the screen saying try turning your frame rate down a bit, but it looks okay for me. I've got no drop frames, but dog's all right. Yeah, he's doing fine. He always comes for a quick stroke, but he's a mummy's boy. He likes to lay with his mummy. I can't wait for this second half to get going. Mic sounds a bit quiet. I'm just try turning it up a bit. I've just turned it up the mic up a bit. How's that sound? Does that sound any better? Still a bit quiet. Let me just turn the setting up here a bit. How's that sound? Is that any better? I might have to. It's only a cheap mic. I might have to invest in a better one if it's quiet like this all the time. I've turned it up a bit, so hopefully I've turned the mic up a bit and I've turned the settings up on the screen as well. So hopefully that's a bit louder for you. A little bit more. There. How's that? Looks like Forest are warming some subs up, as you probably would expect. Yeah, I'll leave it on that setting then. If that sounds clearer now, I'll leave it on that all the time. It's always nice to get a bit of feedback to just see how your stream is going. That's good, is it? Oh, great. Thanks for that. TV coverage just showing those 2 saves that Darlow made. I still think that Leeds haven't defended that well from corners and crosses. Still got to be careful. The teams are coming out for the second half, so we're not far off a restart. I don't expect Leeds to have made any changes for this second half. I think if they can have a go in the first 10 minutes or so, just assert their dominance and get that third. No changes for either side. Kick-off for the second half will be Forest's. They're kicking from right to left. It's going to go all the way back to Ortega, as it usually does. It's the new thing, isn't it? All the way back to the keeper who drives it forward. Here we go. We're away. Ortega spreads it across to the left. Hudson-Odoi was underneath it, but it was well over his head, and it goes out for a throw to Leeds. James Justin's going to take it. And it comes now high into the air. Aina heads it out for a... I can say Hudson-Odoi headed it back in, and I thought the referee's not given that. It looked like it was well out, but it was. James Justin plays it forward. It's over the head of Bogle. Hit forward for Igor Jesus to chase, but it's laid back by Rodon. All the way out to the left-hand side. Goodmanson brings it down, lays it into Strauch. Strauch's got Ampadu in support, and Ampadu gets the ball. Plays it into Okafor, lays it off to Goodmanson. Goodmanson chips one down the line for the run of Calvert-Lewin, but Milenkovic lays it all the way back to Ortega, and Ortega left-footed drives it deep. Goodmanson's up there. Strauch tries to take the ball down the line, but he's run it out, and it's going to be a throw to Forest. Yeah, I've got to agree. It's all about the next goal. If Leeds get the next goal, then, you know, I think the game's done and dusted at 3-0. But if Forest get back into it, then it's going to be a nervy finish. Ball goes back to the halfway line. Abbott gives it across to the left. Morata's got Hudson-Odoi out there, but he lays it into Aina, who's further forward. Hudson-Odoi has put it across to Morata, and he was forced to chase it back with Calvert-Lewin closing him down. Ball goes long into Leeds half. It's hooked away. Over on the far side, it becomes a throw for Forest, laid back. Anderson comes across to Morata. He's got Aina over on the left-hand side, and he gets the ball, gives it to Hudson-Odoi. Aronson's tracking him. That looked like a Leeds United throw, that. It came off Aina, and the referee thought so too. Yeah, Forest are the second lowest league scorers, aren't they? Yeah, so hopefully they're not going to get any back on us. But I still don't want us to sit on 2-0. I want the third. James Justin goes down the line. Calvert-Lewin goes up, but it's over his head. Bogle on the way down the right-hand side now. Got a bit of space to run into the box. He lays it inside to Gruev. Gruev spreads it out to Okafor on the edge of the box. He comes inside on his right foot, looking out to hit a shot. Bogle, why didn't he hit it? Bogle, he had a chance to swing his foot at one on the 6-yard box, and he tapping about with it, and Anderson gets it away. It's headed back in by Ampadu though. Gruev on the edge of the box. He's got a chance for a shot, and Calvert-Lewin chest it into the bottom corner. Hits him in the chest and goes to the bottom corner, and Leeds have got the third. It was Gruev's shot. He thought once, twice, 3 times about it. Got it onto his left foot, and you can see he was going for the curl to the far corner. Wasn't the most accurate of shots, but as the shot came in, Calvert-Lewin dived across and it hit his chest and into the bottom corner, and Leeds have got the third. What a perfect start. It's a long way back. Absolutely a long way back. You can't see him coming back now, and we just want Leeds to go for broke now and get the fourth, or the fifth, or whatever. Great to see Calvert-Lewin break his little goal drought. Gruev on the edge of the box picks up left-footed shot, and it. What a clever finish by Calvert-Lewin. It didn't hit him. He actually guided it off his chest. It wasn't luck. You could see that. It's a great finish. No, I'm not neutral. I'm neutral any other game but Leeds games. You can't blame me for that. Aronson beaten to it by Morata. Morata snapping at the heels of Ampadu, but the ball comes to Gruev. He lays it into. That's poor by Calvert-Lewin. He tried to back flick it to Aronson. All the way down the line. Can James Justin let it go out? He can do. I'm surprised that Igor Jesus didn't put more pressure on it, because it was only rolling slowly out. Yeah, great goal that by Calvert-Lewin. You could see he meant to do that. You could definitely see that. It's not an easy finish off his chest like that, to deflect it into the bottom corner, but he managed it superbly. Rodon now has the ball. Plays it inside. Aronson lays it to Justin. Justin tries to get Bogle in. It's headed down, but it's picked up by Aronson again. He's under pressure. But he manages to get it to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin was on his heels a bit, and then he's pushed over by Milenkovic, and that was a foul, that. The linesman stood right on top of it and gave a throw to Forest. Ortega drives it forward. Strout can't make it. Igor Jesus heads it down inside. Okafor now coming across and lays it into the feet of Gruev. Gets it back to Okafor and spreads it out to Goodmanson on the far side. He's got a bit of space to attack that box. He's got Abbott inside him. He back heels it to Aronson. Aronson has the ball. Ampadu. Gruev now. Out to Goodmanson. Goodmanson's going to attack that byline. He gets his crossing. It's a good one as well. It's cleared away by Hudson-Odoi. And there's Strout pushes someone over in the... Well, we've seen plenty of fouls like that on Calvert-Lewin where he's been pushed in the back and not given the free kick. This time the free kick does go Forest's way. Aina has the ball now, being pressurised by Aronson. That's poor again. James Justin got in there and nicked that ball in front of Morgan Gibbs-White there. Morgan Gibbs-White's gone down and the free kick's been given to him. Second look at it, maybe not. I think Gibbs-White just got half a step in front of it and shielded the ball from the Leeds fullback. Aina lays it in. It's cleared down the line by Leeds though. Calvert-Lewin can't make it. Morata lays it inside. Sangari goes all the way back to Ortega. Ortega dummies Calvert-Lewin and gets it back to Morata. Morata's going to go long and left. But Hudson-Odoi's not going to get there. Darlow's just out of his box and heads it out for the throw. Sweeping up there. That's well played by Ampadu. Aronson's brought down. Free kick to Leeds. Anderson. Forest substitution. Igor Jesus is going to go off. The new signing, Luca, comes on, so does Mari Hutchinson. And off goes Dominguez as well as Igor Jesus. So double change up front. Sean Dyche being proactive. Darlow goes all the way back to Darlow. Drives it long over the head of everybody, including Calvert-Lewin and Milenkovic. And it goes all the way back to Ortega. Morata goes long again. Hudson-Odoi is offside. Got the ball from Luca. Good layoff, but offside. Rodon now. Looking for Calvert-Lewin, but it's over his head. It's headed forward by... Was it Marat? No, it was Milenkovic, who's been close to Darlow all game. Comes out to Goodmanson. Goodmanson lays it into Okafor. Goes for the return. Okafor's under pressure from Abbott. Still contains the ball, but is going backwards. Tries a couple of turns, can't manage it, and lays it all the way back to Darlow. Darlow lays it out to Rodon on the right-hand side. James Justin gives him a ball wide. Plays it down the line. Calvert-Lewin flicks it on. And Bogle's going to make it and is away down the right-hand side now. Morata just manages to get back. He lays the ball into Aronson on the edge of the box. He's brought down as the referee says no again. But Aronson can't believe it. Let's have a look at that one. Well, he caught him. Milenkovic caught him. How is that not a foul? He took his right foot away. What is the ref seeing that we are not? Well, this must be the first Ampadu long throw of the game. I don't think I've seen him take one. Here it comes now. It's flicked on to the back. It's almost brought in by Calvert-Lewin coming into the back post. He just couldn't hook it round. Ortega has the ball now. Was a long throw as well. That went a long way from Ampadu with that. Morata has the ball. Laid inside to Aaron Anderson. Sangari. Abbott. Abbott plays it down the line. Abbott gets the ball back, lays it down the line, looking for Luke at that, but ball's played back inside. Morgan Gibbs just lost it in between his feet, recovers, gets it to Abbott. Inside from Amari Hutchinson, but Leeds come away with the ball now. Okafor plays it down the line to Aronson now. He's had a lot of players around him, and he has to go back towards his own halfway line just to wait for support to catch him up. Does well, does Aronson there. Didn't lose the ball. Gruev gets it back to Strauch. Inside to Ampadu. Strauch again. Back to Darlow. Yeah, I think the pitch has seen a lot of rain over the last few days, and I thought the pitch might have been a bit slicker than it actually is. It's a little bit slow for passing. Rodon. James Justin quickly down the line. It's pushed in the back, is he, by Hudson-Odoi? Yes, he is. Foul. Free kick to Leeds. Aronson lays the ball back to Rodon. Goes wide, gets the return, gives it back to Rodon. Rodon plays the ball inside. It's flicked on by Bogle. Bogle gets the return, gives it to James Justin. He's had a good game, James Justin. He's stumbling all over the place, goes down, and the foul is eventually given. Though he was trying to play advantage, was the referee, but no advantage when you're running back towards your own goal. Strout gets the ball back from Gruev, gives it to Rodon. Rodon goes long looking for Calvert-Lewin. He's got a chance to attack this. It's over his head, but the ball comes down to Bogle. But his control was poor. But Aronson has the ball now. And Sangari gets a foot in to take it off him. Aina now goes long. It's picked up by Rodon though. Laid inside to Gruev. Gruev to Ampadu. Ampadu lays it inside to Aronson. He can turn. Bogle lays it back to James Justin. Rodon. Back into Aronson. Turns one way. Gives it back to Ampadu. Went down, did Aronson again. And James Justin's going to go all the way back to Darlow, who hits it first time. Bogle's going to chase it. Hooked away. But the ball's picked up by Gruev at the edge of the box. He lays it to Okafor. Comes on his right foot. Lays it into Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin tried to turn with it and went down and lost the ball. But Leeds are going to get the ball back, are they? No, Okafor is going to be penalised and going to get a yellow card for a foul in midfield. Ball goes long. Looking for Luca. Morgan Gibbs-White picks the second ball up. It's well played by Goodmanson then. Gruev chips the ball forward into the back of Calvert-Lewin, but the ball's gone long down the line. It's Goodmanson who's away now. He's got support up front with Aronson. Bogle over the back. Bogle can keep it in. Not the greatest of crosses. He lays it back to Justin. Gets it back, does Bogle. It's got Gruev in support. Gruev gets the ball, gives it to Justin. Down the line for Aronson. Gives it back to Bogle. Bogle's let it go under his foot, but he's turned well and sold a dummy to a couple of players. Gives it back to Aronson. Didn't give him much of a chance. Sangari gets in there and fouls him. Justin's not happy, and Sangari's going to get a yellow card, and the players are coming together. They weren't happy with that challenge. See what Sangari does. Yeah, it's not the greatest of challenges. A wild swing and got him right on his knee, Aronson, and would have felt that on his right knee. Yeah, so that's an awful challenge. I mean, that was 2 foot above the ball. It was not even near the ball. Gruev's going to take this left-footed from wide out on the right-hand side. Hand in the air. It comes now, left-footed, deep onto the back post. Flicked on. I think that was Justin who got up to that ball. Ortega's going to take one long. In fact, he spreads it out to the left to Aina. Left-footed, he goes long. Strauch wins the ball. Brought down by Gruev. Ball's deflected off Hudson-Odoi, I think that was. Throw to Leeds. Sean Dyche not happy, but his team have been outplayed for most of this game. James Justin goes down the line. It's flicked on by Calvert-Lewin. Headed forward by Milenkovic. Strauch gets the ball out to the right. He was looking for Okafor. Didn't get to Okafor, but it can do now. From from Goodmanson. Aronson picks the ball up. Okafor goes for the return. Aronson has gone down again. Still working hard. Ball goes back to Ortega, who drives it long. Strauch wins that header again. Ampadu's looking for the ball, but it comes to Gruev. He gets it out to Okafor now. Okafor can take on Abbott, gets a crossing. It's Milenkovic who puts it out for a corner. Probably the best game I've seen Okafor have since he arrived at Leeds. I think this Leeds team today knew that they owed the team and the fans a performance after the game against Arsenal last week, and we've certainly got it. We have a corner over on the left-hand side. Gruev is in the box there with Rodon, Strauch and Calvert-Lewin. I think it's James Justin who's gone across there to take it. Aronson on the edge of the box. Goodmanson too. Cross comes in now to the back post. It's headed down. Is it going to go in? Oh, it's bouncing around and it's hooked away. Aronson puts it back in. Aronson again gets the ball on the edge of the box. Tries to go around 2 or 3 men, which was never going to happen. He should have laid it out wide, and now they can come down the left-hand side with Morgan Gibbs-White. He's got Hudson-Odoi in support. Hudson-Odoi gets the ball now. He steps inside Goodmanson. There's a cross into the back post. Leeds are heading the ball away, but from Luca, Okafor helps it out the way. But Abbott still has the ball on the right side. Leeds under a bit of pressure now. There's a man down, but they're not putting it away. There's a push is there, and the foul is given. It's Luca who's pushed Strauch over. Gruev's down in the box still. Desperate defending by Leeds. Don't know what happened. The header was down by Rodon. Calvert-Lewin went in there. Gruev went in there. Took a bang for his efforts. He got a kick in the face. That's what happened. That's why he's down. There's something wrong with his. I think he's got a cut and a bit of claret for his troubles there, Gruev. 2 more substitutions for Forest coming. There's Morgan Gibbs-White going off. Well, would have thought of that. Well, I said we needed to keep Morgan Gibbs-White quiet, and we certainly have, because he's been substituted off. Hudson-Odoi as well gone off. His two attacking players, two of his best attacking players have gone off, and Yates and Doy have come on. Well, I can't say that I'm unhappy to see uh, Gibbs White go off and Hudson-Odoi. Not sad to see them leave at all. He's not missing anything because Gruev's getting treatment to his facial injury, still inlaid in the Forest box. So if you've got time, if you're not a subscriber, to hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. Calvert-Lewin into double figures now with that goal he's scored in his second half. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that he'd have scored 10 for us already, and there's still 13 games to go. Most people thought that he would have been missing most of the season injured, but he hasn't been. It's been a revelation, probably one of the best free signings, if not the best free signing of the season. New lease of life for Calvert-Lewin. Can he make his way into the World Cup side? Does he deserve a place? Let me know what you think in the chat while we've got the chance, while we're not missing anything. Would you have him in your World Cup squad? He had something different that England probably haven't got at the moment. A big guy to aim at. Dan James warming up there. Nice to see Dan James coming on. He could cause some problems down this right-hand side with his pace. Willie Nonto. Gruev is still down, laid on his back, so he's obviously got a facial injury. I would have thought that it would be prudent to bring him off now. He's had a good game anyway. And it just shows that the referee let the play go on right into the Leeds half. The ball bounced around in the Leeds penalty area. And at the other end, there was a player down with a facial injury, a head injury, and he didn't stop the play. That's poor officiating. He's still down. Luke Humphries there in the crowd. I know that Luke Humphries is a big Leeds supporter. Gruev gets to his feet now. But after an injury like that to his head, it would be prudent to take him off. Cotton wool up his nose, so he's taken a bang on the nose. He's going off to the sideline. Whether he's going to continue or not, I don't know. With 20 minutes to go, it would be a good time to bring him off, and he's changing his top because he's got some blood on it, but it might be a good time to substitute that midfield now. Bring Longstaff on, possibly. He might be a bit out of it after that bang to his head, maybe a little bit dizzy. Having to change his shorts as well for the blood. Darlow takes the goal kick. Calvert-Lewin flicks it inside. Aronson was caught by Yates as he knocked the ball forward. And again, the referee's having none of it. Bogle battling for it in there. Aronson gone down again. He's taken some bangs as Aronson, and this time it's in his ribs. We'll see that one again as it's flicked inside by Calvert-Lewin. And what is going on there? Yates has got his foot up and he's kicked him in the ribs. How is that not a free kick? What is the ref seeing? He got kicked in the ribs. What is going on with this referee? He's been quite poor when it comes to some of these obvious free kicks. Gruev comes on now. Einer's going to take this throw, lays it all the way back. Chipped forward down the left-hand side. Rodon, well, he should have won it. Yates has a shot from the outside of the box, but Rodon was closed down and the shot screwed out to the right-hand side and out for a goal, a corner. Corner from the right-hand side. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinger. And it comes now, right under the post. It's over the top of everybody. And that's going to go out for... It doesn't... It hits the post and stops in the quadrangle. And Undoy tries to go down the goal line, but the ball is put out by James Justin. As Abbott's down in the Leeds box with a bit of cramp by the looks of things. More injury time. Could be several minutes at the end of this game to add on. It is going to be a corner to Forest eventually. Abbott is back on his feet. Can't see whether this is Anderson taking this, a right-footed in-swinger. In it comes now, right to the back post. It's flicked away by Rodon, and it's going to go behind for another corner at the opposite side. Better defending, getting the heads to the first ball. Don't care whether it goes out for a corner. Leeds winning the first header. That's what I like to see. It's going to be another left-footed in-swinger, so there's still more to deal with here, more danger here for Leeds. And it comes to the near post again. It's flicked away to the back post. Anderson heads it back. It's led to the back of the... Led to the edge of the box where Undoy has a left-footed shot, but he had to take it quickly. He was leaning back and he's just side-footed it over the bar. Taken short. Darlow drives it high. Calvert-Lewin underneath it. Milenkovic is leaning into him and he can't get a jump off the ground. Strauch heads it forward. Brought down by Okafor, laid inside to Calvert-Lewin and back to Okafor on the edge of the box now. Been held up by Abbott. Hutchinson backheels it back to Goodmanson. He lays it inside to Gruev. Can Gruev get a cross in? He can. Calvert-Lewin over the top of Calvert-Lewin. Undoy had time in the penalty area to turn, tried to clear it, and it's blocked and out for a goal kick. He's had a good game as Gruev, Okafor, Gruev, Goodmanson down that Leeds left have been superb. Abbott's going off. Another young kid coming on for Forest. Lucanets. Debut for Lucanets. I think he's one of their signings in this January window. Brought down by Strauch, Luca. Anderson going to take the free kick. It's over to the left-hand side. It's about halfway inside the Leeds half. Anderson's going to put this in the box and let his attackers make a run on this. And it comes now to the back of the box. Calvert-Lewin's it there. Comes out to Omari Hutchinson, but he's been forced backwards. It comes out to Anderson in the centre. Over to the left-hand side. And Doy now is going to take on Bogle. Comes in on his right foot, puts a cross in. And how did it? There should have been a goal there. It was a fantastic cross to the back post. And I think Morata was in there. And how he didn't head that in, I don't know. How did he miss it? Curling ball to the back post on Morata. And he's got to score. It glances off his forehead and goes wide of the right-hand post. And bit more of a touch than that, and it would have been in, and that would have been 3-1. Dan James stripped and ready to come on. Aronson going off. He's had a good game, Aronson, but he's taken some stick, he's taken some punishment, and he's probably run out of legs now. Been one of the Leeds players of the season so far as Aronson. Dan James comes on, and it's nice to see him back after his injury problems. Could cause them some problems on the right-hand side with his pace if they can give him a ball to run at. We'll see how fit he is. 12 minutes to do something about it. Darlow goes long. Free header for Sangari. Sangari gets the second ball. Lays out to the right-hand side. It's Aina now who's moved across to that right-hand side. Goodmanson concedes the free kick. Hutchinson stood with the ball there. Looks like he's going to swing a left-footed free kick into the Leeds box again. Leeds are going to be under pressure from these free kicks, these set pieces, and it comes near post. It's a poor one. It's cleared away by Gruev, I think that was. Dan James going to put Ortega under pressure. The ball's flicked through, but it's a foul on Goodmanson. Got a bang on the back of head. The free kick's been given to Leeds. It's Luca who's fouled him. Don't know if we'll get to see a replay of that. Yeah, it's true Hull and East Yorkshire. He was born in Hull and he has I don't know how he's qualified as a Welshman. Did he have grandparents or something that were Welsh? Ampadu, Gruev, Okafor, taking on Aina. Turns in one way, goes back to Strauch. Strauch goes left, halfway line, lays the ball out to, well, I was looking for Okafor, but it was yards short of him, and it goes out for a throw to Forrest. Into the last 10. Ortega has it now. Gives it to Morata. Plays it inside Bogle. Leeds have picked the ball up though. They've won it back. Comes to Gruev. Ampadu plays the ball inside to Dan James. He's got a chance to shout at goal, and he's put it across the 6-yard box when he might have been better shooting because Calvert-Lewin just couldn't catch up with him. It's a great ball. I mean, if someone had been on that 6-yard box, they've had a tap in. But he had no one with him, and he should have gone across the keeper. Okafor goes off now. Had a great game as Noah Okafor. No doubt about that. Gets congratulations from Bogle. Big round of applause from the crowd. I don't know, that's Metcher who's coming on for it. Couldn't really see who it was. It's Longstaff. Yeah, I'm happy to see Longstaff come on and show that midfield up for the last 8 or 9 minutes. I'd like to see Metcher come on now. Ball's flicked on from the goalkeeper, headed back forward by Rodon. Bit of head tennis, played inside. Luca Tries to play a reverse ball for the run of Ndoy, but it's too straight. It goes to Caldalo, and he's going to wait on the goal line until someone comes. Luca comes to closing down, then he picks it up because it's all our time now. It's all Leeds' time to waste. Goes long. Longstaff can't win it. Ampadu does. It goes out to Omari Hutchinson. Goodmanson's forcing him back. Aina. Longstaff tries to get in there. Gruev wins the ball back. Great ball. Great ball to Calvert-Lewin. Lays it off on his chest. He lays it out to the left-hand side to Dan James now. Brings the ball down. Going to take on Aina. Comes inside on his right foot. Leaves it to Gruev. Gets the ball back to Dan James. And that would have been a great stuff by foot. He put it on the 6-yard box to where Calvert-Lewin was there. And the defender just got a foot in inside. It's great football by Leeds. Almost another tap in for Calvert-Lewin. Would have crowned what has been a really good performance for Leeds. Longstaff makes a run and gets a ball in the inside left position. Morata's with him. Going backwards is Morata. And gets the throw. Longstaff went down. Oh, it's given to Leeds, actually. It's going to be an Ampadu long throw from that left-hand side. 36,800. A couple of years' time, it'll be 53,000 in Elland Road. Then that'll be a good atmosphere. In it comes now, headed away by Aina. Gruev flicks it back out to Ampadu. Ampadu tries to wrap his foot round one to get it back into the box, but it's a bit square, is that? Longstaff has got to go all the way back to Rodon. Rodon lays it out to Strauch. Goodmanson tries to lay a ball down the line for Dan James, but it's blocked, but it's a throw to Leeds, just short of the halfway line. Just 5 and a bit minutes to go, plus I would imagine there'll be several minutes added on time because of the injury to Gruev. Ball goes down the line, over the top of Calvert-Lewin, cleared away. Chip down the line again. Dan James is never going to win that one. Comes out to the left-hand side, and Ndoy on the edge of the Leeds box now. Tries to go around Bogle, but Bogle's not having it. Forces him back. That was James Justin. Anderson. Milenkovic gets out to the right-hand side. It'll be Omari Hutchinson on his left foot. Puts a cross in. Flicked in. And they've pulled one back. Lucas headed it in. Hopefully it's too little too late, but Rodon beaten to it. It's a great cross by Hutchinson, and Rodon's beaten to the header again. Makes you wonder why, when a ball is swung into the 6-yard box that high, makes you wonder why Darlow didn't come for it. He's got to dominate the box. That's his box there. When it's on the 6-yard line, he's got to be there. He's got to come for that, a punch or whatever. But he didn't. He stayed on his line, and Luca headed it in. Ball goes high, headed back by Morata. High in the air again. There's a foul there, is there? Clash of heads there. Justin and... is it Ndoy? Yeah, it is Ndoy. Melier in the crowd there. Anderson spreads it right. Milenkovic gets it even further right to Aina. Dan James holds him up. Comes back to Anderson. Murata left. Longstaff working hard to get the ball. Murata gets it inside to Undoy. It's well done by Bogle there. Corner though. Deep onto the back post, headed away by Rodon. Hutchinson again. Raise it onto the edge of the box. Aina got a chance of a shot and it's skied well over the bar. I mean, Leeds don't want to concede another one now because there's going to be plenty of added time for the injury to Gruev. And it would be a really nervy last few minutes if it came back to 3-2. Leeds have got to be careful, not throwing any points away. Just a minute and a half of normal time. It hasn't been indicated how much added time, but there must be 6 minutes, I would imagine, at least. Darlow goes long. Calvert-Lewin gets a flick on. Comes to Bogle. Bogle tries to flick it down the line. James Justin's in there with the side foot. But it's a volley that goes deep into the Forest half and actually out for a goal kick. So he caught that well, did Justin. Ampadu can't win that ball. But it's headed forward by Justin. Into the middle. Dan James can't reach that. Headed back forward. Ampadu's headed it even further forward. And luckily, just on the edge of the box, it's caught by Darlow. That was a dangerous one by Ampadu, heading it back to his keeper from that far away. Murata beats Calvert-Lewin for the header, but he heads it out for a throw to Leeds, and Leeds are not going to hurry. And it's 9 minutes. I thought 6, but that's 9 minutes. Wow. No, Jaden Bogle's gone down. Holding his stomach. I don't know what happened there. He just flicked the ball on. It went out for a goal kick and he went down. Don't think there was anyone anywhere near him, but he's jogging gingerly back to his position at right wing back anyway, as Ortega's going to drive this long. Headed back inside by Undoy. Goodmanson's coming forward down the middle now. He's got Dan James outside him. He's played it behind Dan James. Can Dan James get back to keep it in? No, he can't. And Aina's going to take the throw quickly. Gives it to Sangari. Goes back to Ortega. Ortega gets out to Murata. Still in his own penalty area. He's going to go left-footed down the middle. It's a low skimmer that Rodon plays up. Yates heads it forward. Ampadu picks the ball up. Gives it to Rodon. Rodon gets it back to Darlow. Darlow goes long. Calvert-Lewin can't flick it on. Bogle puts pressure on the fullback. Yates knocked over by Longstaff and gets the free kick. Leeds have not had the rub of the green when it comes to free kicks. Goes into the box, Anderson. Hutchinson now. Working across the box, there's a crossing that's Calvert-Lewin's got it away and almost to the halfway line. It's well done by Calvert-Lewin. Ortega forward into the box. Luca can't win the ball, but it's picked up the loose ball by Anderson. He gets out to Undoy. He comes inside on his right foot. He's barged over by Bogle, and Bogle concedes the free kick. Anderson gives it to Undoy again on the edge of the box, gives it back to Anderson. Chance to put a cross in. He comes inside. Longstaff, left-footed shot that's blocked by Bogle. Anderson picks the return up, gets it to Undoy. Undoy's cross is blocked by Bogle. And out for a throw. And Bogle looks like he's out on his knees. It's going to be a long throw by Aina by looks of things. In it comes. It must have slipped because it didn't go very far. And in fact, it's gone over the top of everybody, and Leeds shepherd the ball out after one bounce for a goal kick. Takes the pressure off Leeds. Darlow certainly taking his time with the goal kicks, and why not? We've been on the other end of slow play, slow goal kicks, so why not? Looks like Bo now is going to come on. Calvert-Lewin's up, he's beaten to it by Anderson. Bogle working hard with Undoy, gets his foot in. Calvert-Lewin can't get to it though, neither can Longstaff. Yates. Anderson gets it forward to Luca. Sangari. Milenkovic gets out to the right hand side to Aina. Down the line for Mari Hutchinson. He's gone round Goodmanson, but Goodmanson gets back. Gets his cross in though. Up to the back post. It's Metsu's got the ball back. And it comes off the Forest man last and out for a goal kick. And Forest are furious about that, but it certainly did look like it. Jaden Bogle's going off. He looked like he was out on his feet, and Bo now is going to take his place. Three and a half minutes left. Calvert-Lewin gets a flick on. Dan James can't make it though. Morata to Ortega. Ortega drives it long. Bo now working with it. Strauch hits it forward. Longstaff working. Metz. Back to Morata. Into the middle. Milenkovic goes right to Aina. Aina can get it to Hutchinson. Bit of space over on the far side. Danger when he gets the ball. Comes in on his left foot and puts a cross in. Strauch working to get it away. Gets it to Longstaff, who gets it down the line. It's deep into the Forest half. There's no one there. Ortega gets it forward to Anderson. Anderson nets. Crosses. Strauch gets it away. Sangari picks it up. Spreads it out to Anderson. To nets. Ndoy puts a cross in. And almost in there again. It's danger on the edge of the box. Aina. Falling off the ball as he hit the shot, and he's sliced it wide. Hopefully with 2 minutes left, that was just about it. Dallow again taking the time with a goal kick with just a minute and a half to go. Game probably safe in the bag now, 3 points safe in the bag. Sean Dyche not happy about the time being taken, but it happens to all these teams. When you're behind, you're going to face this, and there's not a great deal you can do about it. It's sliced high into the air. Calvert-Lewin's working for it, gets it down the line, but it still goes out for a throw on this near side, taken quickly by Anderson. Anderson gets it back, goes down the line. Nets gives it back to Anderson. Goes out into the middle. Back to Anderson. Undoy now. It's just on the edge of the box. Lays it back to Nets. Anderson. Calvert-Lewin gets his foot in there. And Sangare has a shot where the ball came loose from the edge of the box, and Kyle Darlow, diving to his left, has tipped one over the bar. Good save, but one you'd expect him to make, but it's a good save still. Tipping it nicely over the bar, corner to Forrest. With just 30 seconds to go, Leeds have sat back, which we didn't want them to do, and have invited all this pressure onto them. Corner comes in, now it's a deep one. Kyle Darlow's dropped it, but he can still reach it at the back of the box. Undoy and Ampadu squaring up to each other. I don't know what he did, whether he just had a go at Darlow as he caught the second ball. Free kick's been given. In fact, the game's over because he's taken the ball off him. Oh no, it's not. He's dropped it. It must have been a drop ball. Dropped it at the feet of Darlow. Darlow's going to take it to the edge of the box before someone comes to pick it up. Its time is up. Darlow jogs slowly forward to the edge of the box, taking his time. And that's full time. And Leeds get a significant win, an important win, and a fully deserved win. Good performance. If they can keep playing like that throughout the rest of the season, they'll get enough points to survive, and that's the most important thing. And it was a good all-round team performance. I don't think you can really look at any of the Leeds players and say, well, he didn't play so well today. The whole team played well, and they needed to after that performance against Arsenal. And the crowd will go home happy, and it's another step towards Premier League survival. If we look at the table now, Leeds are on 29 points. They're 9 points in front of West Ham in that final relegation spot. It's a big spot, is 9 points. There's still work to be done, but they're level on points now with Crystal Palace and Tottenham. I know that they've played a game more now, but they've dragged Crystal Palace and Tottenham into the reckoning. And if results go their way over the next couple of weeks, it could go above them. And who would have thought that? But that's a significant win for Leeds. Definitely a significant win. They've opened 3 points up against Forest, and the goal difference has opened up to 4 again, which again is it's like an extra point. So that's it. Hope you've all enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, before you leave, please just hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate your support today, everybody who's joined us on the channel. Yeah, Hull and East Yorkshire says East Ham to beat Burnley tomorrow. We want. What would we want? A draw? Burnley to win it? I mean, Burnley are a long way behind, aren't they? Burnley to win it. A draw would be ideal for us, I think, wouldn't it? But we've done our bit, and we can't do nothing about that. We'll just sit back and watch it. And if you can join us tomorrow at 12:30, the game between Manchester United and Tottenham is the next watch along as Joe Rodden goes to the crowd and gives his shirt to one of the young kids. Daniel Farker walking over to the crowd, just tapping his heart. He's going to go over there and give it the old wee, wee, wee. And why not? He's doing a good job. when you think that they were calling for his head only a couple of months ago. Look how he's turned things around after that Man City game. You're at the Tigers tomorrow. They're playing tomorrow. I haven't looked at the Tigers game tomorrow. Calvert-Lewin goes across there and gives his shirt to kids as well. So looks like the team do appreciate the fans being there. I don't know who got man of the match, but it was close between all of them. Bristol City tomorrow. Ah, see. Never forget, McBurney will never score goals. Yeah, well, it's not quite true. I didn't think he was a good signing for City, but he's proved me wrong. So there we are. If you can join us at 12:30 tomorrow, please do hit that subscribe button and the like button before you leave the channel. Let's hope you have an enjoyable what's left of the rest of the day. But until tomorrow lunchtime, we'll see you again soon. Let's hope you have an enjoyable what's left of the rest of the day.